ghost attacks a family because of a voice recording. What is this family's fault? And will the poltergeist stop after he is asked for forgiveness? Welcome to Psychic Investigations, the channel of true inquests. People who call themselves psychics use clairvoyance to solve shocking criminal cases and baffling mystical phenomena. Today's story is about a mystical force attacking an ordinary family. Can the clairvoyants stop the chain of deaths and save the life of a little boy named Rostik? His parents, Sergei and Oksana, are confident that something evil wants to choke their son.
You feel there's a silhouette, a shadow in the room. But once you look at it, it goes away.
Ever since, they've been saving the boy from asphyxiation. Oddly, he's always finding ropes or similar things, which are supposed to be hidden from him, and winding them around his neck.
I run up to him, but I can't undo it. I'm scared. How or why it's all happening?
According to the parents, it's impossible that the toddler, who's no more than a meter tall, could reach the ropes in the 3-meter-tall wardrobe by himself.
It feels awful to go through something like this.
Worst of all, Oksana thinks that the unknown force is also here after her husband. Recently, an electric saw almost cut Sergei's head off. The man was cutting firewood when the tool, which had been in good condition, failed. The razor-sharp metal disc ripped from it and soared towards Sergei.
It cracks, and a piece of it shoots at the wall.
The man avoided it and escaped disaster with a stroke of luck. Before it happened, he felt the presence of something evil behind him, and later on, his car suddenly blazed up at the gas station.
I put a nozzle into the inlet and went to the cash desk to pay. Then I heard the attendant running to me and shouting that my car was on fire.
On that day, the little boy was supposed to be in the car with his dad. However, the mother changed her mind and decided to keep their son at home.
Most of all, I'm afraid to bury my husband and my child. I'm terrified.
The couple is sure there's a curse on their family. One by one, 6 men have already died under strange circumstances in Sergei's family, all of them young.
It can't be a coincidence. It's a pattern.
I'd like to ask for help before I've lost my husband or son. I'm terribly afraid to lose them.
The two most powerful psychics in Ukraine, Ayal Alekperov and Olha Stonushenko, have taken on the family's case.
I saw a woman clad in white, covered in blood all over. She said that she'd been strangled.
Then why is she bloodied?
I don't know, but when I asked who had murdered her, she showed me an envelope with a cut-off finger inside.
The Jinn say I will find the answer when I lay my hands on the dead woman's voice.
Several hours later, the clairvoyants are at the house where Sergei's family lives.
I am truly grateful you're here.
Come in up, please.
I saw a silhouette of a dead man. He's not old. He has dark hair and an elongated nose.
This is my father.
His death was a blow to you.
He only told me that his father had died. And he couldn't say more. He was deeply shocked.
I don't remember how the year after it happened went. It's like it was ripped out of my life. My father was everything to me. He raised me and he taught me. He taught me to be a man.
Your mother's not around. Where is she?
She and Dad had conflicts and she left. She's from Russia, so she went there.
The mother left the boy when he was only 3 years old.
I lacked motherly love a lot. I felt offended.
I see an image of your dad holding some burning letters in his hands.
I once found a letter from my mother from the north in his pocket. After a while, I saw him burn the letter.
But I also see you standing next to her. As an adult, did you find your mother?
I did find her.
When Sergei was 20 years old, he found one of his mother's letters that had been left behind in his dad's things. There, she wrote how she missed her son and how she wanted to see him. Her address was on the envelope, so the young man decided to find his mother, regardless of what it cost.
The jinns say the meeting with your mother opened your eyes. You learned she wasn't actually going to leave you. Is that right?
He beat her. And she tried many times to come and take me with her.
He didn't let him go.
My father refused to let me go with her.
Sergei's father told his wife that if she tried to take their son, he'd kill both of them. The woman was forced to leave the boy with his father.
Although the son eventually found his mother, I felt that they didn't talk at that moment.
It was like paying a visit to your aunt. I said hello, she said hello, and that was all. I didn't know what I was supposed to do next. I'd lived 18 years of my life motherless, so I didn't know the feeling.
Sergei failed to get along with his mother. So after a while, he came back home.
At that moment, I heard the voice of Sergei's father. He said, "I am here to protect my son from her. Save him." Suddenly, the spirits of different men started emerging around us. They were like zombies. I feel that the spirits that emerged here are all deceased members of your family.
My grandfather had a brother. He strangled his wife on the clay stove, for which he was locked up.
The woman returned from the other world, but she only did so to take revenge on her murderer.
Yes, after he was released, he died on the same clay stove.
The jinns say the men in your family have been hanging themselves, not because she takes them away, but because they've been cursed. The victim's mother did it.
Yes.
I can even hear the words. The woman was yelling, "You, your sons, and your grandchildren will never be happy with women and will have terrible deaths. Be damned on all of you!"
Help us, please. Lift the curse and stop this nightmare. I'm begging you, please. This is horrifying.
The jinns say only direct descendants of the murderer suffer from the curse. Sergei, his son and his father are not the murderer's direct descendants, so the curse can't spread to them.
I decided to carry out a ritual and to suspend the curse temporarily, to rid themselves of it altogether. Sergei's relatives must visit 7 churches, light candles for the peace of the murdered woman's soul, and help the sick and the poor.
However, as soon as the psychics finished the ritual, Hayal Alekbarov rushed inside Sergei's house.
In the yard, I felt ice cold and then saw somebody's silhouette. After that, I only heard the words, "I'll avenge my death." But I didn't have a chance to see who was saying that because the ghost entered the house.
Unbelievable. The cupboard above the room door fell. But who could make it fall? There was nobody in the house.
It was the force I'd seen. I feel this entity wants to kill you, and it's doing it all as a threat. I see crosses on the walls. These are the marks it left in the house.
There was a cross on the opposite side of the glass, on the clock. We tried to wash it off, but if you look closer, you'll still see it there.
Indeed, I see the cross. Look! Oh, dear God!
Oksana still can't understand how the mysterious cross could appear on the inside of the clock glass. It's impossible to access it with your hand or other things.
At that moment, The jinns told me we had to find the woman who had been murdered because of a love triangle. I see an image, the top shelf of a wardrobe, and there's something on it. Wait a minute. It's a voice recorder, and I feel it has a record of a female voice.
Yes, it does.
Could you play it, please?
Hello, mister. Yes, we missed you. Did you miss us? Oh, as usual.
It's apparent from the recording that it's a phone conversation between a woman and a man. But who is this woman, and why did somebody record her conversation?
This is the voice of the victim. This woman doesn't live anymore.
It was the woman my father loved.
When Sergei was 15, his father met Valentina. Together with her 2 daughters of Sergei's age, she moved into their house. The voice in the recording is hers.
I see the woman's spirit. She's tall, dark-haired, and thin-lipped. Who could it be?
Valentina.
Then I heard the woman's spirit say, "This is revenge. It's all his fault." But I couldn't understand who she wanted revenge on and why. But suddenly, she told me I could only understand it if I saw the house in which she and her husband used to live. Is the house nearby?
Yes.
The psychics and the couple go to the house of Sergei's father.
Oh my God! I see a woman and she's all bloodied. Blood is everywhere. She's lying over here. She was murdered here.
Yes.
The jinn say she was murdered by a man who lacks a finger. Who was it?
One of my father's fingers was missing.
Did your father kill this woman?
Yes.
In 2012, Sergei's father killed the woman in cold blood in this house.
It was the same woman I'd seen in my vision who was extending the envelope with the cut-off finger towards me. I realized she was trying to show me who had murdered her.
In that letter, Sergei's father wrote that he was ready to sacrifice everything he had only to make her return. But why did the man kill his second wife?
It was odd. The woman I saw that was covered in blood, but I didn't have the feeling that she'd been stabbed to death. She died because she couldn't breathe.
It turned out that the woman had indeed choked. The man attacked her so violently that her ribs broke, piercing her lungs. The victim's daughter told us about it, asking not to show her face.
The pathologist noted in the report that the rib broke and pierced her lungs and heart. Mom died immediately. She didn't even realize what had happened.
At that moment, the woman's spirit said, "Sergei is connected with my death." How was this possible? The spirit says the reason was in. Did your stepmother cheat on your father?
Not long before her murder, Valentina found a job as a housekeeper at a single man's home. When Sergei's father heard about it, he started a nasty argument and even locked his wife in the cellar for a while.
When I arrived home, I found Mom bruised all over. The bruises covered her legs completely. I asked her what had happened. Well, to put it short, we have a basement, a cellar, so he'd locked her in it.
The daughter tried to persuade Valentina to leave, but the woman decided she'd speak to the man first. She explained to him that she'd never cheated on him. Sergei's father didn't believe her and told his son about his suspicions. Annoyed, Sergei decided to help his father expose his unfaithful wife.
I wanted to know whether she was really cheating on him.
Sergei bought his father a voice recorder, and the man recorded the phone conversation between Valentina and her employer. There's another record on the recorder in which she confesses she's been
unfaithful?
Yes. So we had proof. She was talking to her new lover. It's like I'm humiliating my father.
It's strange, but I didn't hear anything that could prove the woman's unfaithfulness. Besides, I didn't feel any romantic connection between Valentina and the man who hired her. I see he was bedridden. And physically, she couldn't have any sexual relations with him. Valentina agreed to work at the man's only because he promised to leave his home for her, and she was hoping to leave it for her daughters.
He told her that if she took care of him, he'd leave his 3-bedroom apartment for her daughters. She cleaned the apartment, washed clothes, and so on.
Sergei, you supported your father in his suspicions. Do you understand that the recording because of which your father committed suicide is there because of you?
I understand that it could possibly be my fault. It all happened because of this voice recorder. But I couldn't say no to him. I was ready to do anything and give him anything because I know how much he sacrificed for me. He gave me everything he had.
But I felt that in fact, Sergei didn't do it because he wanted to support his father, but because he didn't like his stepmother.
After the investigation, Sergei admitted that, as a teenager, he dreamed the woman would be a new mother for him. However, she gave all her care to her daughters.
She never cared about me. She paid no attention to me, never gave me presents, and didn't care to teach me something. I didn't receive anything from her.
A few months after they married, Sergei's father decided to send his son to study at a military school. According to Sergei, he only arrived home twice a year, but he saw that his father was giving all his love and attention to Valentina and her daughters.
He deprived me of it and gave it all to them.
He bore an awful grudge that overwhelmed him. He couldn't imagine the calamity it could unleash.
Yes, I knew that he was short-tempered. He was highly short-tempered. I didn't expect them to break up smoothly, nor did I anticipate this. I thought he might beat her up, but he killed her. I understand that it's also my fault.
Your dead stepmother's spirit is the force that's been hunting you and your son. This is her revenge for the murder.
Please help me survive it.
Help us appease her soul so she leaves us alone. Please.
The only thing we could do was summon Valentina's spirit, so Sergei could apologize to her. If you do it sincerely, the spirit may forgive you.
Aunt Valentina, I am so sorry. Don't bear a grudge against me. Let go of me and my family. I didn't realize what I was doing, I swear. Please forgive me for what I did. I wasn't thinking at all.
Your apology is accepted. At the sunrise, her soul will leave your house for good.
Hell is paved with good intentions, as the saying goes. The son's present, the voice recorder, ignited a killing hatred in his short-tempered and jealous father, and the consequences were grave. If you are also impressed by the story, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, as there are more captivating stories to come.